Hi, hello, how are you? It's me here, Monet Exchange. This is a reminder that this fall I am coming to do road work. So if you're in Rochester, baby, Rochester's around the corner. So y'all Ben should have had y'all tickets. Other than that, I'm coming to Calgary, I'm coming to Phoenix, coming to Philadelphia, and I'm coming to Spokane, Washington. So if you want to come see your girl live and live in color, go to monetexchange.com/live to get your tickets. And fuck Bob, yes, the link works. Love you. Ooh, I'm sweating. It feels good. And I'll see you on the road. Love this mic. Hi, hello, how are you? It's me here, Monet Exchange. This is a reminder that this fall I am coming to do road work. So if you're in Rochester, baby, Rochester's around the corner. So y'all Ben should have had y'all tickets. Other than that, I'm coming to Calgary, I'm coming to Phoenix, coming to Philadelphia, and I'm coming to Spokane, Washington. So if you want to come see your girl live and live in color, go to monetexchange.com/live to get your tickets. And fuck Bob, yes, the link works. Love you. Ooh, I'm sweating. It feels good. And I'll see you on the road. Love this mic.
Darling, hold my hand.
Let me tell you something. You fucking slick, oily, greasy ass fucking bitch.
Excuse you?
Yes, no, excuse me.
Wait, hold on. I gotta, sorry.
I know.
Wait, I didn't
give
clean
you the
up.
punch, bitch. You fucking oily, slick, nasty.
Wait, I gotta clean up.
You nasty, nasty woman. You are so nasty. You are nasty.
Guess who back in the house?
You are a nasty human being. And
that is the sweetest St. Lucia. Do a wide shot, Jay.
How nasty this bitch is. So out of the kindness of my heart, I was like, hey girl, there's this outfit here I have in my house. I was like, I don't wear hips anymore, so it doesn't like fit me well. I was like, it's Domino made it. It's a really great outfit. Do you want it?
It's a beautiful garment, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.
And I was like, and then he plans to come over later. I was like, you know what? Why don't you just look at it when you come over to my house later instead of just deciding? He's like, okay, great. Bob comes over. We go to my drag lab as I'm sitting right here, and then we look at the outfit. And if I was like, oh yeah, this is great, and then we bring it inside. And then why did you come back? It's because you didn't get it then. You got it when you were like, I need to go back to your garage for that. Why did you say you need to go back to the drag lab? What did you forget?
Look at all your beautiful shoes.
No,
I forgot something.
Yeah, you said you forgot something, and I was like, oh yeah, you can just go. And like you can just go in there and get it yourself. I was like, okay. Like here's why I should have been.
I grabbed it when I grabbed it. I actually did forget something. I genuinely forgot something. I actually grabbed it the first time.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
You
What did you forget?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
You nasty, nasty woman. You know what? What's that name? What's that lady's name from Double Jeopardy?
Who? Double Jeopardy?
Yeah, the movie Double Jeopardy.
Oh, I didn't know there was a movie called Double Jeopardy. I thought you meant Double Jeopardy on Jeopardy.
No. Double Jeopardy movie.
It looks like the lead actress is Ashley Judd.
Yeah, Ashley Judd was right about you when she did the Women's March. You were a nasty, nasty woman. That's you, a nasty woman.
You're basically saying what Trump said about Hillary Clinton. Such a nasty woman.
No, but Ashley Judd reclaimed it. So I'm giving you the grace of having the reclamation, not the
two
Trump
different
version.
quotes. Trump said such a nasty woman, and Ashley Judd said nasty, nasty woman.
Yes, and I literally just said you're a nasty, nasty woman because you are. You're deceitful. You're hateful.
Listen, Renee, you've been bested, and this is not really this is not sportsmanlike of you.
I came ahead and wanted to get myself ready for the podcast. And y'all, I was like, something feels different in here. I'm like, what is up in this room? I was like,
something feels right in here.
I was like, the feng shui is off in here. Something feels strange.
So you acknowledge that having this in your space makes you feel better. You acknowledge that having this in your workspace makes you more productive.
You're nasty. Well played.
This pillow's fantastic. I'm obsessed with this pillow. It's so good.
You only became obsessed with it when I started hating it.
This is my pillow. I've had this pillow for a long time.
Anyway, how was your morning so far?
I think I'm pretty sure I got that pillow in Portland, but I think I took that picture in Portland. My morning's been great. I haven't done a whole ton. I woke up, got ready, came here. I get up out of bed. Are you gonna say anything about this wonderful hair unit you're wearing?
So I started drinking flat tummy tea, guys, and
Out of the kindness of my heart.
and I literally woke up this morning and just had a head full of hair, and I locked it up all this morning. Isn't that crazy?
From flat tummy tea?
From flat tummy tea, girl. The magic of flat tummy tea. If you drink your flat tummy tea, you will have a big stomach, but you have a full head of hair.
And a little bit of lace too?
What lace? What lace? Honey, this is giving Law Roach.
Can I just say too, like, I was wearing one of my wigs out of drag, and someone was like, "We see your lace," and I was like, "Okay." Like, I saw this one girl who's like, "We can see your lace." She goes, "Yeah, bitch, it's a fucking lace front." Like, why are you like? Yeah, if you melt your lace, sure, but also, girl, it's a fucking lace front wig. Like, why do girls have to act? Why do women or queens or anyone out there wearing a wig, or the queens who are women, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah, or just the guys who want to wear them, have to act like they're not wearing lace fronts?
I will say that new TikTok wig melting thing looks insane. Like, I never tried this new lace melting thing that they're selling on TikTok, but it looks insane. Like, you put your wig on and they put this thing on the lace, and it literally looks like it is your scalp. It's kind of. I mean,
that sounds good for your skin. Melting plastic into your scalp.
It
sounds
also
great.
But also, I don't think these are people wearing wigs like us. Like, I think these are like one and done frontals that they use. I don't think they're like
so wearing a melting lace into your scalp for 2 weeks at a time sounds even healthier. That sounds horrible for you.
To your point, I think because people are trying to, the people always want to like give scalp. Like, that's the thing. They want to give realness, and they want to like seem like the hair is growing from their scalp. I think that's always been a thing of lace front, right? That's why people really marvel at Bianca Del Rio, because Bianca Del Rio will have the lace down to the tip of her nose, but you can't, like, even on sometimes in person, I'm like, Bianca, this is very impressive. I think it's impressive that when people have lace and you like can't see, because like you're obviously doing some type of technique that a lot of us, including myself, cannot achieve.
I agree that it's impressive, but where I start to cringe is when people who are acting like because you have not been able to achieve this thing that you are somehow less than or not good. Being able to have an invisible lace, I do think part of it is your skin color. I genuinely think that, because they make laces in colors for certain people. And I think the other part is once your lace is not completely invisible, somehow you have failed at the art of wearing a wig, which I think is just like, girl, y'all need to calm down. It's a lace front. It's fine to see someone's lace. It's really not that big of a deal.
I mean, I don't know about the color thing, because I think there's a lot of black girls that have dark skin and is melted. I think it's more so an indication of what you can afford and your status. I think that if you can afford the really expensive super HD transparent theater blah 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 lace, then of course you're going to be
the theater laces. The theater laces are not. They're not transparent. The theater laces are the color of your. They're the color of your skin. So in theater, they take these markers sometimes, and they will. First of all, you have the bio lace that is closer to you, and then you take the markers, and then you color the lace to match your skin tone as best you can.
Yeah, which is what Bianca Del Rio does. And she, I had a whole thing with Bianca. She's like, "Yeah, girl, go to this place and get blah blah blah." And to be honest, it just sounded like something. I was like, Bianca, I was like, I'll just stick what I got. I'm not mad at what I got going on. I'm up in these lace front streets and happy with what I look like. Bianca goes the extra mile to make sure that her shit is unclockable. Like, she really does a lot of work. And you know what? Good for her. Good for her.
I do think that, yeah, I mean, 'cause I was on this kick to be like, I will get the best lace. I remember I was on my, like, I'm going to get my invisible lace fantasy popping. This is when I was learning to ventilate. When I was ventilating my way, and for a while they were in Harlem selling these like plasticky, like when I say plasticky, I don't mean like polyester plastic. I mean like looks like plastic lace front wigs in Harlem for a while. And I found this one wig brand, I think it might have been It's a Wig or something, where they were selling these hard like lace front wigs, and they were a perfect match to my skin tone. Like, they were like a perfect match. So I was using those, and I was ventilating and I was like adding hair by reventilating those wigs. But then I couldn't find those wigs anymore. And I was like, you know what? It's over. Well, it's over.
Where's that from? Well, it's over.
But I was even getting well, it's over. It's a Nina Bonina Brown meme. And I was even buying. I was like going to the stores trying to match the lace and like getting the markers, and I just could not. And I was getting professionals to help me, but for whatever reason, between me and the professionals, my skin tone was never matched. Only by that one wig company. Was it? It's a wig. I can't remember. Only by that one wig company that I found wigs at Orange Beauty on 125, and now I can't even find those wigs anymore. So
yeah, I
I
mean,
should also, my
yeah,
little
I mean,
waist
I do a lot of TikTok wigs now. I think a lot of TikTok has made the wig game. It's changed my wig game. It's just made finding wigs more accessible and like easy ones. So a lot of the wigs I wear now are the glueless ones because I'm not on stage Shanae popping and splitting and dipping and flipping around anymore. So doing a glueless wig, a lot of the really nice ones that y'all see are that y'all see. Oh my God, Monet, where'd you get that wig? They're literally TikTok wigs, and sometimes they literally only have lace from hair to hair. But I'm a middle part girly, so it works for me and Ty, and I love my little TikTok wigs. And what I would do is I mean, it's not a secret. Everyone knows this. I would just because I'm a bigger lady, I buy two of them and we just put them together. Either we'll sew them together, Ty will sew them together, or we'll take the lace front off of one and attach a whole back of the cap to the other one so it looks longer and bigger and fuller. But they're usually TikTok wigs. With just
what say, Jacob? You had a question?
A 4-inch wide lace here.
Okay, so in the same way, it's hard to find heels because most drag queens have larger feet than the demographic buying heels. Is that a thing with wigs where like queens with really, really big heads just cannot find wigs?
No, that is a thing.
That is a thing.
Had a hard time buying wigs.
Latrice Royale, if you look at All Stars 4, she, like, a lot of times, literally, like, regular wigs that we had, they would not fit on Latrice's head. And I have a pretty big head, and my lace would even go to, like, hair on Latrice. So I think they probably have to get custom hairlines.
Or a lot of y'all don't realize, if you have a big head and you're able to buy a larger lace front from Wigs and Grace, you can thank Kim Chi for that. Kim Chi worked with Wigs and Grace, I believe, I might want to double fact check this, to make a wider lace to fit bigger heads, because Kim Chi, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Kim Chi on season 8 of Drag Race, Kim Chi wore almost exclusively Wigs and Grace wigs the entire season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and but even now, I mean, but I think even lace front companies, they're starting to make wider ones. Like, for example, when we did the season finale, what season was Robin Fierce on? 14? Whatever season Robin Fierce was on, where we were talking about Watcher. Remember, y'all, when she came to the reunion and her lace was like down to hair? I think a lot of lace companies now, they've started to make them longer so more people can fit the lace fronts. And
she had the Kim Chi because her lace was going past her ears and went up past her ears.
Oh my God. This, y'all. So what y'all know? So Wigs and Grace, this back in the heyday when Wigs and Grace was like the thing, right? So
drag them.
When you went on a season, I think they started season 8. What they did was, when you were on the season, before the cast was announced, but you know, all the girlies knew who was on, Gloria from Wigs and Grace would fly you to Dallas. She would put you up, and she would give you like 8 styled wigs and give you a bunch of not styled wigs on the condition that you would come and she would photograph you in every single wig, color, and style. So you're there for like a full day, like 8-hour shoot, and you're putting on like 50 plus wigs on your head. And she took a picture of you, and those are the pictures she used on the website. So I did it, Naomi Smalls did it, Shea Coulee did it, Sasha Velour did it, Asia O'Hara did it, Cracker did it, Plastique did it. I think she did it from like season 8. Is that Katya on the left?
Oh. No, I don't think so.
So a lot.
That's Espresso Esmeralda.
If y'all go to the Wigs and Grace website, he's gonna see a bunch of Drag Race girls, because Gloria will put us in these hairs and you just sit there. You know that is at the bottom, right, Monet? Yeah, that's Gloria. Yeah. And she will take pictures of you in the thing. So these cursed images. Oh, actually, I don't look that bad. I look so skinny.
She invited almost everyone. Almost everyone.
Almost everyone. I think Brooklyn Heights did it too. Oh, Layla McQueen did it too. Oh my God, remember when Layla used to do the heart and then the beauty mark?
I don't remember the beauty mark, but I remember the heart for sure, yeah. It was one of her little stamps to
Oh my
know that.
God. That's when I was into I was obsessed with sepia. Sepia from Anastasia, that like dark, nudie, white, brown color. I was obsessed with that.
Why don't you wear it anymore?
I just have gone past that. I'm more of like a peachy nude now. Which I
Years ago when they told me that she used to wear this lipstick, and I was like, what is that? And she was like, blankety. And I was like, okay. If you're not going to tell me, just don't tell me.
That's the
She's like,
name.
it's called blankety. I was like, all right, Monet, if you don't want to tell me the name of the lipstick, then we can just move on with our lives because I'm asking you this color. I like it. And you're saying, oh, it's blankety, blankety, blank. Anyway, it was fully called blankety.
And then the next day I was like, oh, Bob, I like that one. What are you wearing? He's like, Velvet Teddy. I was like, oh, so Blankety's crazy, but Velvet Teddy's all right.
Velvet Teddy sounds like a lipstick name. Blankety sounds like you're blanking on the name and you don't want to tell me.
No. In what world is Velvet Teddy more legitimate than Blankety? Girl, like what?
In this one.
You're so ridiculous.
Blankety sounds you're like blankety blank. Velvet Teddy, which by the way, I still wear to this day. I have not moved past Velvet Teddy.
Well, do they still make it?
Yeah. I'll tell you more about it when we get back.
I think I have an idea I wanted to do for this podcast episode today because it was one of our recent episodes. We both were looking into the camera talking, and Hot Boy Gio said, "Can we please have one episode with y'all just looking at the camera while talking?" I think it's going to be strange, and I want to try it for a little bit. So instead of looking at our screen,
I mean,
we're looking
I
like
think
this.
it feels. Yeah, this feels very odd to me because even in FaceTime calls, you're not staring at the camera. On a FaceTime call, you're staring at the person you're talking to.
I think, but you know,
I mean, I can't see myself, so I don't know how I look, and I can't see you, so I don't know how you look. Jacob, can you chime in on how this feels as a viewer?
I will say this.
I mean, it looks like you're just looking at it. It looks kind of like you're looking at each other. I think the issue is when we're used to seeing like FaceTime with the Apple technology, the camera is built right into our screen, so your eye level and eye line is actually closer to the camera. When we're podcasting, we're using nicer cameras, and it's a little bit harder to get a great eye line and like set up the shot. So you're always looking a little bit further off than we're used to for a FaceTime call. So it doesn't look crazy. It looks like we would be if we were doing this on FaceTime or if you were using regular cameras, but like it's not. Yeah, I get it. I mean, if
your hand is a little high, by the way, Jacob.
Do you think
this is me looking at you? Am I looking? It does look like I'm looking at the camera or beneath it?
It looks like
you're looking at. This looks correct. Whatever you're doing, it looks correct.
Yeah.
And are you looking at the camera or are you looking at the screen? He's lying.
I'm looking at the camera.
Oh. You're looking at the camera or the screen?
I'm looking at the screen, but like below the camera. Now I'm looking at Bob. Now I'm looking at Monet. And now I'm looking at the camera.
But you're on a laptop. Monet. Okay, just so y'all know, Monet is on a giant desktop. I am on a desktop, but my camera is complete. Monet's using her FaceTime or whatever they call the camera.
Oh, using a FaceTime camera, Monet? Work. Yeah, this is good quality
because it's the IMAX, so it goes up to 1080p.
Dang. Okay.
I am using a desktop and a Sony camera, so. This is me. I mean, for those of you listening, I'm so sorry. This is me looking at Monet. This is me looking at my camera. To me, this feels like it looks like I'm looking. I can't see myself. I honestly don't know how I look. I have no clue how I look.
Now, how you look?
I don't know. Tell me.
I think it looks fine. It doesn't look weird.
But I can't react to anything you're doing because I can't see you.
What did I just do?
I don't know. I just said I can't see you.
Why do you have so much attitude about it, though?
I think you're sensitive about it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Have you considered that?
Okay, Bob.
What?
Have you ever cheated on a partner?
I've never been in a position to cheat. I mean, I guess I have been in a position to cheat. I guess we need to define what cheating is first.
You know what? Let's...
No, for ourselves. Because if you say cheating, it's going to be like, not playing by the rules or something like that. Which I guess if I haven't done anything outside of what me and my partners have agreed to. No, so I don't know. I've never cheated on a partner.
I mean, have you even when you were? I mean, Jacob's your first boyfriend, so yeah, you've always been open. So I guess there's no cheating.
Yeah.
Wow.
So no, I've never cheated on my partner. Not once.
Wow.
I don't think I would ever put myself in a position to cheat.
Fair.
Have you ever cheated on a partner before?
No.
What about? Oh, never mind. I don't want to. That was in private.
It's so ridiculous.
Would you admit to cheating on a partner though here on the podcast?
I would. For sure.
You've never cheated on anyone. Never,
No.
not once.
No. You know,
Ever
in
been
my
cheated
serious
on?
long-term relationships, like, no, I don't think I have. I mean, oh my God.
No, I didn't say
yeah.
like my serious long-term relationship. Have you ever cheated on anyone? I didn't say exclusively in your serious long-term relationships.
I mean,
have you
I
ever
guess you could
cheated?
call it like
ever?
a situationship, like, well, we weren't official, so like, no.
Have you ever been in a relationship or a situationship with someone where it was clear to you and that person that you were not having sex with anyone else and you did it anyway?
No, that's never happened.
Okay.
No.
Because if you are hooking up with someone and you hook up, but you guys aren't partners and you hook up with someone else, that's not cheating.
Say it again. If you're what?
If you have a situationship,
right,
and you have sex with someone else, that's not cheating.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're not exclusive. We're not. Yeah.
Because I would say, I mean, I don't know the like Webster, Oxford, Merriam definition of the word, but I'm assuming it's like cheating is like basically going outside of the rules, regulations, or agreements of a deal.
This is what ChatGPT says. Well, when I Google it, the AI thing, breaking the agreed upon boundaries of the relationship, which can involve emotional or physical intimacy with someone outside the relationship. So yeah, so cheating isn't only like going to fuck someone else. It can be, you can emotionally cheat on your partner.
Yeah, I've not done that.
So have you ever had rules in your openness about, I guess no, y'all have just been fully like, you can do whatever.
We have rules. What the hell? You think we just animals?
As your friend, what I understood your openness to be was that y'all had no rules around like who you can and cannot hook up with emotionally or physically, and you guys can and you don't have to like there were no rules about who you can and cannot hook up with emotionally and physically, and you can do it with as many or as little people as you want to. So like, I guess what are the rules then that I'm not, so what rules are there that I don't know that they are? Like, can it not be friends?
Well, we communicate. We always openly communicate. If you start dating someone, you let them know once it's starting to get serious. You tell them if you're dating, like specifically around dating, like if you're dating someone and it starts to like it's going to become a relationship, you'll tell the partner. And I don't know that we've established that as a rule, but we definitely have a policy in our relationship about communicating 100%.
And then for hookups, everything is fine, just no eye contact.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So the one rule is that when y'all are getting serious with so I guess at that point it's
two rules: the eye contact.
Got it. The eye contact. And the second one is that if y'all are getting serious, you have to let the other people know.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't sat down and said this is our rule, but we've done it every time.
So bitch, that's what I said. I didn't know that was a rule, bitch. You didn't say it was a rule.
Well, it is. I would call it a policy. I would call it an understood policy. Would you agree to that, Jacob?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Got it. So has that ever happened? Like with like Tao and the other boyfriends you've had? Have you ever like lapsed on, like, I guess, what is serious? Serious is like, oh, like
I would say the first time I dated someone else, I communicated with Jacob about it, but it was our first time ever navigating it ever. So there were some bumps there, but I did communicate about it, but we were just really newly navigating what it means to introduce another paramour or a partner into our dynamic.
Got it.
But I don't think there was no dishonesty now.
Got it. Okay.
And there was a lot of openness, but we were definitely finding out what it means to, in practice, have another person be a part of the polycule.
So that is the one, what'd you call it, position? That's the one policy that you have. Everything else is fair game.
I'm sure as we talk more throughout the episode, I'll something else might come up in my head. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Yeah, I'm sure as we talk more, something else might come up for sure. But that sounds about right. Yeah, for now. How about you? What are your rules?
We have a few rules. Like, so we only like really, we're open when we're not together. If Annie's out of town or I'm out of town. So when we're both at home together, we're not open. We're fully monogamous. And around that, we don't hook up with friends. Because we think that they may have the tendency to get messy. And also, I'm just not, you know me, I've said this a million times on podcasts, I'm just not interested in hooking up with friends. Like, I put friends in a friend box and hookups in a hookup box, you know?
What if a hookup becomes a friend? What if you get friendly?
That doesn't really that has never happened to this date. In all my
You don't
years,
remember our bombastic sex we used to have. That's crazy.
I mean, but I wouldn't call you a friend though. You're an associate. You're a coworker.
Okay. So you're saying one queen from All Stars you're not friends with?
Correct.
Okay.
So y'all do the round.
So, by the way, to any Monet's hookups who are listening to this, just know that you were literally nothing but a piece of meat in her hotel bed.
A piece of
all
meat.
You were.
A fucking juicy piece of meat that I fucking sucked the nut out of. A fucking juicy piece of meat that I fucking stuck in my ass and ride that motherfucker into the sunset. That's
and now you're expired. Now you're expired.
You're done.
Honey. You literally meant nothing to Monet. You just crushed someone's heart. How do you feel?
Yeah, you better grease and put some oil in them fucking ashy ass knuckles, nigga.
My knuckles were not ashy at all, actually. But I was looking for chapstick because my lips are dry, and then my chapstick looks just like my lip balm. I mean, my chapstick or my lip balm looks just like my lotion.
From Delta. Not Bob using the Delta chapstick.
It's actually it's really good. It's Grown Alchemist. This is really good lotion.
I don't know what Grown Alchemist is, to be honest.
Google it. It's really good lotion. But I don't like the lotion a lot because it is very scented, and I don't like to wear scents at all. But I was looking for this, but I saw that and I pulled it. I was like, I might as well put something on. And then in that moment I remembered, my God, this is so fragrant.
I think something about black people, when you see another black person put lip chap on, you're like, bitch, I gotta put some on too. My lips were perfectly fine, but you said the word chapstick, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it too. And it's almost like yawning. When black people see one black person put it on lip chap, they will do it too.
Do white people not do that?
I don't think they use it often.
Jacob, do you have a desire to put on chapstick right now?
I do. I was thinking about my lips. I'm like, you know what? My lips are a little dry. I could use some chapstick.
Maybe it's not a black thing.
It is a black thing. Jacob is kind of, y'all.
Jacob is not kind of black.
Jacob is half black.
Jacob, there's no blackness in Jacob. I mean, every once in a while.
Bob, it's okay. Y'all can complain. Jacob is half black.
I saw this guy yesterday who I thought was black. And some guy who works here in the same building I work at, his brother came in, and I saw this guy who looks like a black version of the guy that I know. Like a black, straight, taller version. And the guy's already tall. The guy's already like 6'3", 6'4". This like 6'5", black version, straight version of this guy who works here. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember you. We met. And he's like, I'm so-and-so's brother. I was like, oh. And then I was in a group call and I was like, did y'all know so-and-so's brother is black? Mm-hmm. And someone was like, what? I was like, yeah, he's black, girl. He's like Drake black. And then they were like, he's not black. I said, I think he's black. So then I text him and I was like, is your brother black? And he was like, what? I was like, your brother looks black. He was like, I know. He's not black. He just looks black, but he is not black. And I really thought this man was black. I was like, this is a black man.
I think
this is a whole ass black man.
I think which I think is one of the beauty of blackness, how like black people can look there's so many different ways to look like, to look black. And I think that's fierce, which, I mean, again, which white people can't really do that. Bitch, if you're white, you look white. But black people, they're like,
no, if you're white, you can look black. I just told you, I just saw a white guy who looks black.
Oh, right, wait, he was white?
He's white.
Oh, I thought you did do.
Were you listening to my story at all?
But from yesterday,
or were you just waiting to talk?
I think about the details from yesterday. I thought yesterday when you told me this, you found out that he was black.
He's not black. You're not listening to my story. He was like, no, girl, he's not black. My brother's not black. He just looks black. My brother's white. He just looks black.
Oh, last time he told me a tale, I thought we came up with he was black, like he was a half brother or something like that.
Also, in fact, I'll tell you more about it after this break. You know what I finally remembered the other day? That dentist appointment I was supposed to schedule like 6 months ago. And honestly, it's not just the dentist. I've been putting off an annual checkup and even that dermatologist visit for that mole that's been hanging around way too long. And I keep meaning to book all of it, but life gets so busy and these appointments just fall off the list. So that's where ZocDoc saved me. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. With ZocDoc, you can find more than 100,000 in-network doctors across every specialty. We're talking mental health, dental health, primary care, urgent care, dermatology, and so much more. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, who are close by, and are rated highly by verified patients. And Here's what I love. Once you find the right doctor, you can actually see their real-time availability. No guessing, no waiting for a callback. You just pick a time and you book. Appointments through ZocDoc usually happen within like 24 to 72 hours. And a lot of the time, you can even get a visit that same day. I use it and you should too. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/rivalry to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/rivalry. ZocDoc.com/rivalry.
Okay, listen, I know I just interrupted either me or Monet. I know. Listen. I know you wanted to watch the full video. Interrupting Monet. What?
Shut up, I'm talking.
Shut up, I'm talking. Now listen, if you want to watch the full video is available. You have to go to our Patreon to watch it. Yes, honey, people pay for this content. And they're paying it so you can watch the first half for free. So you can either thank them or you can join them, quite frankly. Yeah, so you come join us over at Patreon and see the full thing in 4K, honey. 4K
That's
quality.
right.
Oh, and not only that, y'all, you're going to get to see a lot of exclusive content. Our one-woman shows, some of our stand-up specials are there. Crowd work specials are there. And also, I will fight you in the comments. If you come from me sideways, I will fight you. And he's not playing. His shit bitch is not playing. The full trainer effect is giving. All right, let's get back to the episode. I want to hear what we have to say.
We know for a fact that white people can look like other races. I don't know why you're sitting there acting like you don't know that. Everyone thought Rachel Dolezal was black.
Now who?
Everyone thought that. Rachel Dolezal.
But to be fair, she did a lot of things to do that, right? She changed the texture of her hair. She did a lot of tan.
Everyone changes texture of their hair. People change texture of their hair all the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying but normally the black people who
Black people change texture of their hair.
they do. Can I finish my motherfucking sentence, bitch? The black people who may look who look like white, like they're not, like it's just their natural thing. They're not changing anything. Like they just look like, for example, Amber Rose. She is a black person. You are a black person. I'm a black person. We are all black, but they're the.
You don't think Amber Rose is changing the color of her hair?
No, but we've seen Amber Rose with her natural hair as well, and she looks black. She
I'm just asking.
Yeah, yes, it's talking about the when she shaved her head and it was blonde and she dyed it. Yes, but also when her hair is just her natural.
You don't think
color.
Mariah Carey's changing the color? You don't think Mariah Carey's changing the color, changing her hair at all?
But Mariah Carey, just at her without her hair color change, she just looks black. I mean, sorry, she.
But when Mariah Carey changes things, people start thinking she's white.
What? I mean, again,
when Mariah Carey starts changing stuff, she's looking white.
Like when? Give me a picture.
I have never thought Mariah Carey looks white, but a lot of people think Mariah Carey is white. Like a lot of people. Someone just found out right now during this podcast, listening to me talk, that Mariah Carey is not black. That Mariah Carey is black. Someone just found out. Someone was today years old when they found out Mariah Carey was black.
Anyway, my point was to highlight how beautiful and fierce, how beautiful the spectrum of blackness is and how wonderful it is.
I agree with that, but I want you to defend your point. I want you to defend your point more, please.
We have been arguing a lot on this podcast. I would like to move on. Cheating. Have you ever cheated in a video game?
I also want to point out, too, what's her name doesn't look white either. Björk. I thought Björk was Asian for a very long time.
I didn't think Björk was Asian.
And a lot of people think when you Google, is Björk Asian, is one of the first things that pops up.
Super. Have you ever cheated in a game before?
Yeah, but normally I don't. I don't like when people cheat in games.
Don't scroll past that. Yeah, bitch. I want to know the time.
I mean, one time me and Jacob cheated at the game Among Us. That's like the one that's inside my mind. I cheated at the game Among Us one time.
Among Us? What the fuck is Among Us?
Among Us is kind of like Mafia, but on the phone and over the internet.
Among Us.
Among Us. Like there's someone Among Us.
The thing where you like in like the little spacesuits?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Among Us. I never played that game. I don't even know how do y'all cheat in that
we entered the same room. We were sitting side by side, so we knew who the people were.
Oh, got it.
You're not supposed to know who anyone is.
Got it.
So Jacob and I cheated one time in Among Us during lockdown when I was trying to learn how to play the game, and I was just being silly. And someone got really mad at us and reported us. But also like announced, "Hey, we're cheating." Like I was like, "We're cheating, guys."
Got it.
But I'm normally a really big stickler for the rules. I do feel like when I come to your house for game night, there's a lot of cheating going on.
I'm not engaging in this.
Were you not engaging in the podcast? You asked me if I cheated. I can't ask you. So you can ask me
You
if
don't
I cheated.
ask me. You don't ask me if I cheated. That's not what you did. That's not.
Well, I know for a fact that that people in
How
your
did
house
I cheat?
I say people in your house cheat. I know for a fact that people in your house cheat.
No, you
Like for a fact.
No, you don't. Because what you're going over hearsay.
No, not off hearsay. Also off of seeing. Like he cheated last night when we played.
How did he cheat last night?
So last night we were playing this game, and the Combio, and there are these 4 cards. You can only look at 2 of the cards. So he looked at 2, and it was pretty clear you can only look at 2 cards. Like this was not misunderstood. It's not possible.
What
We
I
all
will say this,
understood.
that's not true. Because Bob likes to give these like little bits of the story. We're going to play Bob, Andy, and myself were at home. We're going to play Combio. Andy had to finish some work on his thing. So then I started playing the rules for the game on the TV while Andy was working. So Bob and I watched the rules, and Andy did not pay attention to the rules. And then Andy was like, "Oh, I got done. Let's go play." So we went to play, which we never reviewed the rules for the game with Andy again. So we started playing, and I did say you can only look at the bottom 2 cards. And in Andy's offense, when I played the game for the first time too, yeah, Kim said it, but I was like, oh, I have a deck of cards. Let me look at all my cards. And then, so that's what Andy did. He looked at the bottom 2 and then looked at the other 2. I was like, babe, you can only look at the bottom 2. He was like, oh. And then we reshuffled anyway. So that's not cheating.
We did not reshuffle.
Well, I think because it was also a practice round. So we're like, we're just kind of practice because Bob and Andy had never played the game before. I played it before, so they were still trying to figure out the mechanics of the game. So that's the full context.
That's not the full context. But thank you so much for that small part of it, because he cheated other times throughout the game too.
I don't think.
Oh, you remember now?
When?
No, I love that you literally just remember. So Andy so there are these rules where you can the game's hard to explain, but there's a list of rules, and based on what cards you pull, you can look at other cards if you want to. You can look at other cards if you don't want to. So there are moments where Andy would try to cheat. We'd have to literally stop him from cheating physically with my hands by snatching shit off the table.
I don't remember that.
Of course you don't, Monet. Of course you don't. That's because that scans for you.
I just don't remember that.
No, that scans for you. You have a blind spot when your man do something crazy. I will say this: everybody who plays at that house knows Andy cheats. Everyone. This is everyone but you, actually. Everyone but you.
That is a lie, Jacob. You know Andy to be a cheater in the games, and everyone knows the two of y'all to be fucking sneaky and shady. What does that mean? It's real?
Taylor, you can ask Taylor if you want to.
Yeah, silence.
That silence wasn't for you, Mo.
That sounds.
You can ask Taylor. Taylor's here. Taylor's in the building.
I get Andy here to defend himself. But no,
to defend his cheating behavior.
You always try to bring in outside people now I'll be so subconscious saying this word to corroborate your point.
Corroborate.
You made
bring Andy down here. What are you gonna do? Cheat?
You made me so subconscious about how I say words, which is honestly, do you feel good about yourself?
Myself right now?
That how you have made me subconscious about about my speech. And as someone who I've confided in you that I have a speech impediment, you continue to make fun of my speech, which is crazy.
Well, you confided in me that you have a stammer, which I don't really make fun of your stammer anymore. But you're do.
You just
I don't.
You see? You see? But if I could talk about your fucking chipped ass, I can talk about your chipped ass too. Then you want to get hurt your feelings.
I'm not hurting my feelings. I have been.
We had a whole thing about how you upset about me calling you chippy.
It seems like what you're pointing out is you do the same activities.
No, because when we had the thing, I silently apologized in that episode.
That's not true. You didn't stop. You may have apologized, but you didn't stop.
I did stop. When have I made fun of Chippy?
Interesting, because I mean, I would say
to quote you, I'll give it to the end of time to find out what I meant.
I'll happily do it. First of all, you just brought it up a second ago. Also, way before that, at the end of the episode of the whole thing about miscommunication or whatever it was, or conflict resolution, the very last thing was you had some crazy question about so how about your dental work? When have you ever got your teeth fixed or something? It was this whole episode. We had this whole episode about conflict resolution, and then you were like, let's change the subject. Do you ever go to the dentist?
And that's about your
my teeth? Yes, Monet. Yes,
It wasn't
Monet.
about your chipped tooth. Bob, oh my God.
So you tell me we had a whole podcast about my chipped tooth, and then you wanted to change the subject, and the subject was, you ever got your teeth fixed?
Yes, because in that episode, we also talked about like the dentist. If you remember going to the dentist, and my love for dentistry became a topic of conversation in the episode. And then we talked about the time that I picked your ass up from your dental surgery, took time out of my day to pick your ass up from the dentist after you had your 4 wisdom teeth removed. And then we started talking about the tour when you had your 4 teeth impacted or infected, whatever the fuck it was, and how I had to care for you during that as well.
First, you did not care for me on the tour. What did you do on the tour to care for me? Besides laugh at me every time I was in pain.
I would bring you food.
No, you would not. I would get myself food. You are lying.
No, I would bring
you are
food
just lying.
You think I never brought you food on that tour?
No, I don't think you did.
I never brought you food on that tour.
Can you name a time you did? Do you remember walking up to me with food?
Yes.
When?
When I went to Taco Bell after the show one night, I brought you food.
You're lying.
You've
never been to Taco Bell in Canada.
Yes, I
have.
have.
You've been to Taco Bell in Canada on a tour.
Yeah.
Monet, you're making up things.
I'm not making things up, girl.
Monet, you are... Your level of gaslighting and lying. I think what happened was recently, somewhere around the time that me and Jacob clocked that the link wasn't on your website, you have amped up the lying to a crazy degree. Like, you have amped up your lying to a weird, and just by the way you're putting your hands on your face, that's the face you make when you're trying to convince me that you're not lying. So there's the thing that Monet does, she's acting, which by the way, it is an effective technique with acting, but I've seen this a lot. You can see it in me and Monet's most recent Samsung ad that we posted. When Monet's lying or acting, she does this thing where she's like this. I did. You did. It's like the hand to the face thing, which, by the way, is a very effective acting technique. But I clocked when you do this, and you just
because
did your little acting thing. Go back and watch Monet acting. Yeah, go back and watch anytime where Monet had to act like she was frustrated.
What gags me is that you and Jacob have proven time and time again that y'all are literally up to no good. So now I think y'all have convinced yourselves about the truth, and now you're trying to convince the internet, which is crazy.
Jacob, do you know how to use the Wayback Machine on the internet? Because
I can actually do a little bit better. Give me 1 second. Let me.
Now, before we prove you wrong, do you want to admit right now, before we have unrefutable proof that you're lying, do you want to take this time to acknowledge that you're doing a bit?
And Jacob have proven how conniving y'all are.
I'm just saying, you have the opportunity right now. And by the way, just so you all know, everyone on the internet, there is something on the internet called the Wayback Machine.
Correct.
The Wayback Machine lets you see how websites used to be before they changed them. So just so you all know, you at home,
I don't know.
let me just finish the statement. You all can go do your own research.
Please
now,
do.
Now admit, this is a bit that Monet's doing. She's committed to the bit. So you all see that me and Jacob are not making anything up crazy. When you use the Wayback Machine to go to Monet Exchange's website and see that the date was never there,
it was
like, you all do your sneaky stuff, you all will understand that I'm not lying.
Sure, it wasn't at some point, but the episode that we talked about, it was on there. And Jacob
we have the date.
If you look in the screenshot, you can see the outfits that you were wearing. You can see if you look at the swim sharing.
Monet, you're doing a bad job.
One person on this podcast does not have a history of doctoring footage, editing footage to make you seem like you're the thing. One person has the history of not doing that. That is Monet Exchange.
No, you don't have the ability.
And
you don't have the ability, not the history, the ability.
I've gone through many times, editing pictures to make a ring look like it was yours. That was mine. That y'all have doctored footage and videos on this podcast. Y'all have did that. So you know this is a bed that you have created, so you sleep and lie in it.
You know what?
I
think that the comments below can tell that you're spiraling out because
I'm not spiraling out. One of us is crashing out, and it's you.
You've been caught in a lie. But by the way, I know you're. There's the thing though. What makes this crazy is that I know you're lying. You know you're lying, and Jacob also knows that you're lying.
I know this. Y'all just serve to try to make me crazy on this podcast because that's literally what gaslighting is. You're trying to convince me of a truth that is not the truth, and I'm going to let you have it because I'm not going to let y'all fucking take years off of my life with this bullshit. I'm moving on. Was cheating ever tolerated or encouraged in your friend group or family growing up?
No, no one in my family was encouraging cheating.
Jacob fucking wrote the question, bitch. I don't
You think my family was encouraging cheating?
know. Jacob, what?
Mine was.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My mom used to cheat at like
Jacob, you are
Candyland.
on the mic. You are on the mic, Jacob.
Okay. My mom used to cheat at Candyland to tell us how to cheat at Candyland.
How do you cheat in Candyland?
You stack the cards, you pull, you're guaranteed to pull a Queen Frostine, which takes you to the end at the beginning of the game, and then you just go from there, and it's a pretty easy scoop.
You know, I've never played Candyland, so I don't even know. I don't know any of the mechanics of the game or how it even operates.
Candyland is just a game where you have to go from one side. You're racing from the start line to the finish line, and you can take. I feel like you might be able to take shortcuts or get power. I know chutes and ladders. You can take the chutes and the ladders to get to the finish line faster.
It's you move the boards. It's a long path, and each square has a different color of like a different color of the rainbow.
Got it.
And you draw a card from the deck, and it has a color of the rainbow, and you move to the next coordinating color on the track. But there are like special people like Lord Goopy or something, who's like a chocolate monster, and Queen Frostine, who's like the ice cream queen, and they have their own cards, and if you draw one of their cards, you move right to their space.
That's what it was. Yeah, you move to different like lollipop land or chocolate land or gumdrop land, and you're trying to navigate to move faster and faster and faster. You're just racing to the finish line.
I bought on TikTok a game called Tipsy Land, which I have not played anymore. Which I realized I think maybe in college or early 20s I would have played a Tipsy Land. I don't think now is a day I would be into playing a game like Tipsy Land. You know what I mean? Like I'm not interested in like playing a drinking game to get drunk.
I mean, I certainly have no interest in playing a drinking game.
But maybe we play it, and instead of shots of alcohol, it's like shots of like a 5-hour energy.
That doesn't sound fun. No, I would never. That does not speak to me. Drinking liquid for fun, unless maybe the only thing I can think of wanting to drink something for fun is if maybe the point of the game is to like see who can drink a liquid the fastest. Maybe. I mean, I will say beer pong is kind of fun without beer because there is a aiming element to the game. So you get to like toss over to like this thing. But I guess you lose the fun when you're not getting drunk. But I still find fun in the shooting the basket or trying to get the pong in the cup.
Yeah, I don't think I've never into beer pong because I think it's so gross. Because like you take the ball and you throw it. Oftentimes the ball is not getting in the cup. It's you're in someone's house, their apartment. People are inside with their shoes on, walking around the floors because there are drinks and it's a party. At least my experience is in college, so the floor is kind of muddy and gross. And yes, there is a cup you do to like thing the ball, but once you do it more than twice, that water is also dirty. If you're like washing out in the sink or replacing the cup every time, then that feels more sanitary. But at a basis, a beer pong seems gross, and I could never participate. I'm like, ugh.
I've just never been a germaphobe in my life. Like, I mean, I'm not like the opposite of a germaphobe, but like the truth is, if I drop something on the floor, based on where we are, I will still pick it up and eat it. Like if I drop a piece of candy on the floor, like if I drop a Skittle on the floor in my own home, I will pick the Skittle up and eat it.
In my own home, I'll do that. Like
I would do it, and I would do it in certain people's homes. I probably wouldn't do it outside. No, I wouldn't do it outside. But if I dropped a Skittle in like someone's home, I would probably pick it up and eat it. If I dropped, I mean, what I would not
home
pick
that
up,
I know that they do not like allow shoes inside, I would. If it's a home that you let people walk inside with your shoes, I'm not doing it.
I would not eat something that hits the ground and like splatters. Like if it hits the ground and it leaves like a piece of pizza.
Like if it fell face down.
Or something that would leave stains. Like if like a piece of pizza. Yeah, definitely if it falls face down. Because if it leaves splatter, then it will pick up hair and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas a Skittle won't pick up hair.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I will say this too. When I go to someone's house, sometimes I think germaphobes, I know they're not doing it on purpose, but sometimes I think germaphobes are just doing too much. It's like the people who are like, it's like the I wouldn't call it like the hygiene Olympics because I think that germophobia is like actually rooted in a real like I don't think germophobia is rooted from what I've seen, it's not rooted in any performance. Whereas I think that sometimes the people who are competing in the hygiene Olympics are like performing their cleanness. But I do think that germophobia just seems like it's not a great way to live your life. It just kind of shuts you down. You lose I don't know, you lose a certain social aspect of your life. That being said, go ahead.
I think that's people who like actual like germophobia, like who actually have the phobia of germs. I don't think I'm a germaphobe, but I'm definitely averse to.
I don't think is germophobia a real term?
I mean, I thought it was.
I think it's kind of like a colloquial.
If it can be a fear of holes, being afraid of germs does not seem crazy.
No, it's
mysophobia.
Mysophobia. Yeah, germophobia has kind of become like a
What's mysophobia? The fear of germs.
It's literally the actual word for germophobia.
Got it.
So no, I certainly don't have any. But I will say this: when I go to someone's house that does not make you take your shoes off, I appreciate it so much. I appreciate it so much.
Couldn't be me.
I'm not saying you don't appreciate going to someone's house, you don't take your shoes off.
Like, if me doing it, I mean, appreciate is a strong word. Like, taking the shoes off. I always wear socks anyway, so taking the shoes off or keeping them on, I'm not like, oh, thank God I get to keep my shoes on. I guess I never thought about it. I'm not like, oh, thank God. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I really appreciate this.
I am. I'm like, oh, this is great. Like, I'm glad I can keep my shoes on. There is a doctor's office I used to go to in New York City that makes you take your shoes off, and I'm like, this is too much.
That's a little wild. At a
doctor's
office,
wear shoes off office. I'm like, oh my God.
That's a little crazy.
This is wild.
Yeah,
this is wild.
But
I like being able to keep my shoes on at people's house. When I walk in, they're like, shoes off. They're like, no, just keep them on. I'm like, oh. Thank God.
Did you ever cheat on tests in school?
No, never, not once.
I sure did in college, girl.
Never, not once.
Music theory is so fucking hard. Arcia Dewan, we were all a part of the cheating ring. So what happened was, because anyone who does music theory and music history, and voice science, everything, they're very hard classes. So for like music historiography, we called it. Like, so we would do the test, and I turned everyone on to this. I would get these folders, but they were clear, and you got to like have something to write on. So the folders were clear. I would put all my notes on a piece of paper and put it in the back of the folder, so when you close it, it was the thing you see at the top. And I would just be on that test like. And again, I didn't know what was on the test, so sometimes like maybe like 40% or maybe like 30% of information I was on there, but the rest of it you kind of just like fuck. But for some of it, I would have it on my little cheat thing.
When I was in school, there's a teacher who would allow open book tests, and I think that's actually a really good policy, because like, is the point to make people retain information, or is the point to give people the ability to research information?
Yeah.
What's the point of the class? Like, is the point of the class to remember every single thing, or is the point to be able to give people the tools to be able to research something and look it up if they need to?
I don't think I ever had. I had to have. I don't know if I've ever had an open book test. I had to have, though.
I mean, we used to have them, and I mean, not actually classes that were near mine, or I had a few classes that would allow open book tests. Like specifically in history and stuff like that. And honestly, I think it's a really good policy to let kids, because you're giving them the tools to do research.
I mean, but
or take home test.
Maybe a take home test. I think an open book test makes a little more sense, like using your notes, because then after you learn the lesson, you have the freedom to go home and take notes and like really expand upon the knowledge you've been learning. So open book tests, that makes sense.
And the last thing I'll say is I used to love pop quizzes, because I am really good at retaining information. Pop quizzes used to get me.
So a pop quiz is good, but so if you're good at retaining, but you weren't good at doing the test, but a pop.
I never said I wasn't good. I said I just think open book tests are a great policy. I've always been great at testing.
Got it.
Because I'm really good at retaining information. Like, if one thing I can do is remember something, and I've been very good at retaining information like my whole life.
Well, if you retain information like you retain water, you're probably really good at it.
Gonna let that one sit there and let you all absorb that.
Yeah, like you did that water.
Just gonna let
make
that
me
sit
sweat,
there.
make me harder.
Just gonna let that sit there. All right, it's sit long enough. Thank you all for your listening to the podcast today.
Thank you. Bye.